statutory bodies? Are there some bodies that are executive in nature? So know them in and out. That will be helpful to you. And then relate everything to your day to day life, because this will help you write better answers. And no doubt, integrate everything with what you read in current affairs. So, not missing out on current affairs, being good with your basics, and integrating it with your day to day life will help you not only answer questions in your prelims, but also would better prepare you for your mains. Note that point and you'll be sorted. Now, if I specifically talk about prelims 2024, this is what I think happened. Most questions were static in nature, but many of them were also with regards to current affairs. Talk about Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. So it was a very good, you can say, coming together of static and current affairs. And imagine close to 20 questions were asked from polity. Now, some would say, ma'am, not 20, but 18. So those two questions you can put in modern Indian history also, and we polity teachers would also like to put it in polity as well. So that's perfectly okay whether you consider it as a part of your polity or modern Indian history, doesn't make much of a difference. But the point being, you could have easily solved 20% of your paper if you knew these 18 to 20 questions from polity, which speaks volumes about the importance of polity in your preparation. I've also given you an overview analysis which you can check later. There's a table as to कौन से topics कितनी बार आए हैं over the years. I suggest you to revise these topics. They'll help you kind of brush up your basics. I've also given you a list of topics where question appeared in 2024 prelims. Just to give you an idea about the varied nature of questions that were asked, there were questions from 8th schedule, factual question. There was a question on ethics committee because it was in news. There was a question on Nari Shakti Vandan Adhinayam because again it was in news. There was a question on parts of the constitution telling us how important it is to be very thorough with our basics. So make sure these parts are with you and you prepare them very, very nicely. So these are again some of the questions or topics which were asked in 2023. I have given you this list so that you can take them up one by one and revise. By the way, let me tell you, UPSC has a tendency of repeating questions as well. सो आपको अगर कोई भी कहता है कि यूपीएससी में क्वेश्चंस रिपीट नहीं होते, दैट इज अ बिग लाई. देयर आर क्वेश्चंस दैट हैव बीन रिपीटेड वर्बटिम एज इट इज भी रिपीट हुए हैं, कॉन्सेप्ट्स रिपीट हुए हैं कई बार, स्पेसिफिक डिटेल्स रिपीट हुई हैं कई बार. सो प्लीज इफ यू आर नॉट डन विथ योर PYQs, make sure you start with them right away. If you're targeting prelims 2025, tomorrow onwards, pick up 2 to 4 PYQs every day and try to solve at least last 10 years question paper. At least last 10 year, you should be very thorough. Post 2014, you should be able to solve 2014 to 2024. At least these questions you should be able to solve very nicely. So PYQs are going to be very important for you. PYQs are going to be your Brahmastra. So make sure you sit with PYQs, solve them, see kahan galti ho rahi hai, look at the areas where you are making mistake, and make sure you note it down in your registers as well. So PYQs have to be done thoroughly, no doubt about it. All right. Uh, Before we move on to how do we do it for mains, I'll quickly tell you what you have to do and what you have to avoid. Please don't pick up multiple resources. Let me tell you, this is a recipe to failure. जिसको clear नहीं करना है ना, वो ये करना. I've seen people, they'll pick Lakshmikant, then they'll pick Subhash Kashyap, then they'll pick Didi Basu, then they'll buy some Vision IS ka material, then they'll buy some other coaching material. Please don't do it. If you don't trust a particular book, don't pick it up. Pick any book that you like and is credible enough to be read for your UPSC preparation, but don't multiply your sources. I know this sounds like a cliched advice, but trust me, this is one of the most important advices that you will receive in your preparation journey. If you multiply your resources, it will be a big mess. You'll not be able to revise. See, nobody is there to judge you for the number of books that you've read. Nobody cares. There is an OMR sheet that will pass through a machine and will decide whether you write your mains or not. So nobody cares whether you have 3 books on your shelf, 7 books, you've read 10. Absolutely nobody cares. What matters is आप कितना अच्छे से उसको पढ़ रहे हैं, how many times you've revised it, and how many questions are you able to answer. So make sure you don't unnecessarily proliferate your resources. Keep your resources to bare minimum and keep revising them multiple times. Suggestion number one. Second, please don't just focus on rote learning. Memorization is important, rereading is important, revision is important, but if you're not going to understand the concept behind it, if you're not going to build the base behind it, अभी आप में से कई लोग कह रहे थे we have a problem with memorization. Now why does this happen? ये memorization की problem क्यों हो रही है? आप अपने आप से पूछिए कभी. Memorization की problem इसीलिए हो रही है because you're not able to relate to it, you're not able to connect to it, and then of course you're not able to revise it. So make sure you add conceptual clarity to your preparation and not just focus on rote learning. And of course, needless to say, it is not your university examination, so don't rely on last minute studies. I see so many people saying polity to yaar easy aati hai, last mein kar lenge. See, this entire exam is devised in such a way that you don't have to be too good to clear this exam. Meaning, you don't have to score 200 marks to clear your prelims. You just have to clear the cutoff. So, your idea is not to do something extraordinary and do something that nobody else will be doing. Rather, you have to make sure that you're making those areas correctly, which everybody else will be doing correct, and add a little more to it, and you are through with your cutoff. So, if many sincere students are able to answer polity questions correctly, you can't afford to lose them. So make sure polity is not your last preference. Don't pick it up towards the last time of your examination. That is not going to serve the purpose. So this is what to avoid. But what to do? Please have a logical understanding to the concepts that you're reading. I'm sure you're done with your foundations. So teachers have already given you logics. All right. So make sure I'll answer that question, Shekhar. So make sure you develop that storyline over the years, over your preparation, and put them all together, and then things will start making sense to you. And then please take periodic revision. So don't wait for the last minute to revise. If you're done with a chapter, revise it. And what is the right way to revise? See, I'll
Yes.
teach you how to make tables. One good way to memorize stuff in polity is to make tables and revise. And one good way to revise your polity is to solve questions. So pick up any good question bank, all right? Pick up any question bank that is available in the market and has credible answers. Once you're done with a chapter, make sure you solve at least 10 to 20 questions from that particular chapter. 10 से 20 क्वेश्चन आप उसमें सॉल्व करिए, then move to next one, then move to next one. So make sure you not only read but also practice questions on that particular topic. So regular tests are very very important. I've already told you, please sit with your pyqs and make sure at least 10-year pyqs आपको in and out आते हैं. Anybody asking you questions on those 10-year pyqs, and you are sorted. And please be a little observational. Now, what do I mean by being observational? You're reading your newspaper and you're reading repeatedly about Supreme Court taking suo moto cognizance of what happened in the Kolkata rape case. So now this word suo moto cognizance was in news. Now this is a hint for you to look up what is suo moto cognizance. Why did suo moto cognizance became so important? Does court have the power of suo moto cognizance? So now this is what I mean by being observational. Don't be surprised if there is a prelims question on suo moto cognizance because it has been in news all over. So look at what is happening around you, pick up concepts from there, and make sure you've solidified your base. And if you're done with this, if you're done with your PYQs, if you're done with your basic books, if you're done with solving your MCQs, then nobody's stopping you from acing your polity. And trust me, with this preparation, a decent average preparation, more than average preparation, you'll be able to solve 18 out of 20 questions correctly. And that's for sure. It is not like subjects where predicting questions is difficult. But the challenge here lies in multiple revisions. So this was it from my end from polity context for your prelims preparation. Now let me first take your questions and then we'll move ahead one by one. Are we on the same page by the way so far? Is everything making sense to you? If you have any questions, now just put it up in the chat box. So Shekhar is saying, ma'am, Neeraj sir told not to read Lakshmikant for polity. I don't know where this came up, Shekhar. I think he'll be better able to answer it. I'll not put that up here. But for me, I believe See, there are a lot of books available. There is D.D. Basu available. There is Subhash Chandra available. But I believe Lakshmikant is written in a way that it helps you with your prelims preparation. Now, what I think Neeraj sir might be hinting at would be Lakshmikant is not enough for your mains. So I'm not talking about mains right now. I agree with the fact that with Lakshmikant, you can't hope to clear your mains because Lakshmikant does not teach you how to write. The problem with Lakshmikant is it gives you the material, it gives you context, it gives you content also, but it is not written in a fashion which prepares you for writing answers in your mains. That is why I also don't vouch for Lakshmikant only for your mains preparation. I suggest Lakshmikant should be your basic for your prelims, but definitely not for your mains. But that's completely my take, and I'm here to guide you from what works for me, worked for me, and worked for many of my students. All right, Shekhar? Roopsha, ma'am, which government website to visit for that day? How to know? Okay, so a very good idea, Roopsha, would be to look at what is making up headlines or what has been repeatedly asked in your PYQs, or what are some of the topics which are part of your syllabus. So, for example, UPSC website. I'll give you some names. You can write it down if you want to. Please take note of these websites. Look at the website of CIC. Look at the website of NHRC. Definitely, PIB is a very good website, but I'm talking about government websites where you can uh, consolidate your prelims preparation. So, look at websites like NHRC ki website. Go to NHRC ki website. Go to CVC's website. So, for example, I said recently FASAI was in news. Look at SEBI. SEBI was in news. So, any statutory body, constitutional body, which is making up headlines, make sure you Google it right away and you're able to read through its about us column at least, so that you know whether it is a statutory body or a constitutional body, so that you know how many members are there, so that you know what are the primary functions of that particular body. And that way gradually kya hoga, Rupsha, you'll have a repository of material also, and you'll have a repository of understanding as well in your head, and when a question comes up, it will no longer be a surprise. So make it a habit, I'm saying, more than a task. इट शुड कम टू यू नेचुरली, यार फ्री बैठे क्या कर रहे हैं, बोर हो गए पढ़ के क्या कर रहे हैं, ब्रेक लिया है तो क्या कर रहे हैं, आई एम स्क्रोलिंग थ्रू अ वेबसाइट विच इज अ गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट. सो ग्रेजुअली इट विल बिकम अ हैबिट. डोंट ओवर डू इट. ऐसे नहीं कि आज पूरे दिन वेबसाइट ही देख रहे थे, राइट? यू शुड नो वेयर टू ड्रॉ द लाइन. ओके. Pavi Singh, ma'am, which source can follow for PYQ? Shrishti, we'll come to mains. Please give me some time. I've prepared the same consolidated timeline, material, content, everything for mains also. We'll be doing everything. Don't worry. Ma'am, which source can follow for PYQ? Official website question paper or compilation? See, Pavi, I'll tell you, there are two options. One, you can directly go to UPSC ka website and download your previous year's questions and solve it. That is one way to go about it, and it is a pretty decent way if you want to follow that method. If you want a book, then I suggest you can go for Arihant's book. They are good. I have no association with any of these, just sharing what I think is good. And you can, if not Arihant, you can pick up Disha publication also. These two are pretty decent. I'll not say there are no mistakes. थोड़ी mistakes दोनों ही books में है, but more or less they are very good sources from where you can pick up your PYQs. यहाँ से भी नहीं करना है पावी, तो there are many websites available over the internet which you can use, which have very nicely compiled PYQ over the years. So for example, you can look for insightsonindia.com, isbaba.com. They have been able to kind of give you PYQs for at least last 7 or 8 years. So I don't think बहुत सारी किताबें खरीदने की आपको कोई जरूरत है, वो भी आप कर सकते हैं. Now, I'm not talking about mains right now. Shrishti and Swagata, we'll be talking about mains in detail in your next session. So I have a complete guideline prepared for mains as well. And I'll be telling you how to write your answers also. How do you bring about constitutional understanding to your answers? Everything will be a part of it. Don't worry. So this is just your first session. We wanted to break the ice. We wanted to kind of set you into your preparations. If you have any questions specifically from your prelims understanding, please shoot. And if there's anything that did not make sense to you, or if there is anything that you think is relevant in here to ask, please go ahead. Was I able to take you through the preparation strategy, everybody? मेरी बात समझ में है आप लोग को? How many of you here have not completed your class 11th NCERT so far? ऐसे कितने लोग हैं जिन्होंने 11th की भी NCERT अभी नहीं करी है? That is Indian Constitution at Work in Political Theory. How many of you are not done with it? Okay, let me ask it this way. How many of you are done with it? And such bola, because you should not lie to your mentors, right? Okay. So done. Okay, great. All right. Shekhar has also done it. What about political theory? Are you done with political theory as well? Can anyone here explain me the concept of harm principle? Since most of you are done with your polity NCRTs, anyone here who can, मैंने बोला था सच बोलना है, mentors से झूठ नहीं बोलना, नहीं तो इस सेशंस का कोई फायदा नहीं है. Can anyone here explain what is harm principle? Rahul says only constitution at work. Okay, so please take up my advice. एक advice आज से लेके जाओ. Good. I appreciate people who don't lie and are honest, because that's what the point of these sessions are, my dear students. ये सेशंस डिजाइन ही इसीलिए किए गए हैं ताकि हम वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकें जो क्लासरूम में सॉल्व नहीं होती है. सो प्लीज मेक श्योर आज का आपका काम यही है. बिफोर आवर नेक्स्ट सेशन ऑन 7th. वेरी गुड शेखर, प्लीज रिवाइज इट. सो बिफोर वी मीट नेक्स्ट ऑन 7th, the homework for you is make sure you complete our constitution at work and complete your political theory, these two books. And trust me, they're not going to take you more than 2 days. Not more than 2 days. 2 दिन बहुत हैं to complete these NCRTs. Since most of you are done with your foundation course, you already know your basics. So it's not going to be very troublesome for you. Go back today and promise yourself that by the time we meet next, I think we are meeting next on 7th, right? Make sure you read your political theory ka book, and you reread or revise, if you have already done it, our constitution at work. Can I get that promise from you, everybody? Not really, Aman. Close, but not really. So let's do it. All right. Let's take it as task number 1 of today's class. Pick up your NCRTs and complete it before you move any further. Because trust me, they are going to be the first source of your questions. And I'm sure you don't want to miss out on the first source of your prelims question. So let's do it. That's your homework number 1, everyone. All right. Now, anything else that you have to ask before we wind up for today? So the next session that we'll meet, we'll first start with your mains, how to go about mains for polity and constitution. Then we'll talk about how to go about mains for your IR, and then we are going to talk about how to write, how to prepare for mains for governance and social justice. So next session will be more focused towards mains. This session was more focused towards your prelims preparation. Now, one last tip for your prelims preparation is keep a diary of mistakes as well. So keep a small diary with you, right? And whenever you're solving questions, and this you can do for all your subjects like polity, economy, geography, history, you can divide it into different categories. Take up a notebook, put some sticky notes there, divide it into different sections, and keep noting your mistakes. So, for example, today I solved a mock, and there was a question on let's say judicial review, or there was a question on article 2, 3 and 4 of the constitution. So what you do is, in your diary of mistakes, you mention that article 2 पे question आया था, article 3 पे question आया था, and I confused between internal readjustment and external taking away of territories. So you write it down in your diary of mistakes. इससे क्या होगा? Many of you were telling me कि मैम हमारा content तो हो गया, course तो हो गया, ऐसा आपको लगता है. But when you start solving your questions, you realize कि you are not very thorough with that particular concept as of yet. So this diary of mistake, how it's going to help you is, when you are repeatedly doing the same kind of mistakes, you will identify a pattern, and eventually when you know where you're going wrong, you are going to stop making mistakes in your mock then and there. So It's okay to bleed in preparation than to bleed in war, right? So make sure you bleed in your preparation phase only. That's my tip number 2 for today before we wind up this session. Yes, yes, yes. Please go ahead, Anjali. Please ask your question. Go ahead.
Ma'am, if a bill is initiated and passed by Lok Sabha, but bill is pending in Rajya Sabha, then bill is lapsed or not?
Can you repeat the question?
Ma'am, if bill is initiated and passed by Lok Sabha, but bill is pending in Rajya Sabha, but Lok Sabha is dissolved,
It's going to
then bill
lapse.
is.
It's going to lapse, Anjali. This bill is
But
going to
ma'am,
lapse because, yeah, yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
मैम क्योंकि
Because,
लोकसभा डिसॉल्व होने से पहले वो हो तो गया था ना पास.
करेक्ट, पर जिस लोकसभा ने उसको पास किया था वो लोकसभा हमारे पास में नहीं है. So
ओके.
understand it like this. I gave you the verdict and I'm not there only. So how will that bill make any sense now? So the bill was passed
ओके
by a
मैम.
house that no longer exists and is now transferred to another house, which is a permanent chamber. Talking of that, you're talking about Rajya dissolve हो ही नहीं सकता.
यस मैम.
एक ऐसे हाउस का बिल एक ऐसे हाउस को दे रहे हो जो अब एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता. That house has changed. So should it lapse or not?
यस मैम. थैंक यू
Yes.
मैम.
Oh, my pleasure. Lapsing of bill पे 3 rules हैं. I'll share it on the group after the class. You memorize those 3 rules and you'll never make any mistakes on this particular topic. 3 rules याद कर लो lapsing पे
यस.
and you are sorted. If you have it already, great. It's there on the internet also, but I have a compilation. I'll share it on the group. एक बार उसको पढ़ लेना. So lapsing would not be a
थैंक यू
problem.
मैम.
Awesome. All right. So
Uh,
I think, yeah,
I
yes.
would like to come in between, ma'am. Neeraj sir has also joined us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. You're here.
Actually, he's
Good evening, Neelam ma'am.
Good
How are you?
evening, sir. I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm somewhere outside. I
Oh,
always keep on traveling. So I joined just to say hi to everyone. And tomorrow is the Teachers' Day, 5th September. So I wanted to wish you in advance a happy Teachers' Day. So that's what I
very
joined
happy.
right now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and all the students who are there for the mentorship. Just a few words. Please don't miss the mentorship sessions. This has been done for you all people. You have been shared with the calendar. आप लोगों के पास calendar already दिया हुआ है. Our next session will be on 7th. So please make sure that you joined every session. Don't miss out. Now we are also planning to have a mentorship session for ethics. Right? Ethics is a complete one paper. GS4 paper. So there will be a mentor who will guide you in terms of ethics paper also there. Mr. Ramakrishna, center head of DIA, is already looking into how to build in between that, right? So that we will be doing that. Second thing is that you have to be like what ma'am has said. Make a diary of your mistakes. That's very very important, right? We many times tend to over neglect our own mistakes and things which we later on regret that काश ये पढ़ लिया होता काश ये कर लिया होता तो आज मेरा prelims हो जाता. So that kind of regret should not come to your to you after the exam. You should not have that kind of feeling. So it's better you keep on writing in a small diary that today I was supposed to read this but I missed out, or whatever the problem you face there. And I'll request all of you that please feel free to talk to our mentors. Mentors are there as a guide, as a helping you out there. So please make sure whatever comes to your mind, you should talk to your mentors. And we have the mentors who are the subject matter teachers. Like Neelam ma'am is teaching Indian polity in Dia, है ना उनकी classes regularly हो रही हैं. She also teach IR, international relation, governance, all these topics. She is an expert into that. And आपको idea लग गया होगा आज की class में कि what she has given you idea about prelims part of it. Next session she will be discussing about mains answer writing part. And I will again request all of you, whatever mentors give you task, like Abhinav sir has given you certain task for Indian economy. Whatever tasks are given by your mentor on every subject, please make sure that you do the task. मैम ने आज आपको दो एनसीईआरटी पढ़ने के लिए दिया है. You have been asked to read our constitution at work and Indian political system. Please make sure that before 7th you join for this mentorship program. You have gone through it. मेरा ये मानना है, what I feel, if you go with the mentorship sessions and religiously do the task, I hope that you will be in a position very comfortable to tackle questions in the exam, and you will feel more confident, right? More confident, more comfort in terms of examination there. फिर आपको डर नहीं लगेगा कि ये मैंने नहीं किया या मैं पीछे हूँ या something is missing from my side. So first thing which I always say, please maintain your discipline, please maintain your regularity. I have even like last session I have joined for Abhinav sir. There were students. Today I am seeing that there were one or two students who were not in that economy class, but they have joined here. But I have found that there are students who have not joined Abhinav sir's class, but they're here. So my first humble request to all of you, if you are seriously want to clear your goal and want to become a civil servant, so please make sure if you are not disciplined in your life, you will not be able to qualify this exam. So please, I understand that you must have some personal problems, some kind of a priorities and something, but make sure that you don't miss the mentorship sessions. Our teachers are finding out available time for all of you people there. राइट आप लोगों के लिए समय निकाल के सारी चीज़ किए जा रहे हैं. अगर आप उसका एडवांटेज नहीं लेंगे तो फिर नुकसान आप लोगों का है. You will be facing that kind of thing there. So anyway, I have conveyed my message, and I thank all of you for your Teachers Day wish, and I hope that you follow the instructions of mentors and you go ahead with that one. Now there's Pavitra is asking a question. Will you arrange a simple tests? We will do that one. See, gradually we will do everything there. Arrange simple tests for the talk or homework, whatever. You will have those kind of things there. We are going in a periodic manner. We don't want to overburden you at one time everything, because then you will be overwhelmed and you will be like not able to handle the pressure. Already see, one good thing is that all of you have done your general studies classes, GS classes, so you are already in a position, you know the subjects. So we want to gradually get into prelims questions, mains answer writing part, and we'll do it one by one. We'll do it. हम लोग धीरे धीरे करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं है. We will do that. Pavitra, we will be going to those kind of objective questions and everything there. We are working on that. Even today, uh, you have to work on that part of planning part is very very important. Questions and whatever PYQs she has said, Neelam ma'am has said there, even Abhinav sir has said, whoever teacher will come there, they will give you the PYQs. So please make sure that those PYQs have to be done. That's very very important. Analysis of PYQs you should not miss out. You have to make it sure that, and whether you have a book for PYQs or internet sources, website, please try to do it at least minimum 10 years. I mean to say the current pattern of exam. I think better will be 2013 onward. Right? If you do it there, that will really help you out. Now, Indian polity has a lot of weightage. Around 20 questions are coming. 18, 20 questions are being asked in Indian polity, and Indian polity is now becoming dynamic. It's connected with current affairs. It's connected with other subjects. Even you can connect with government policies, programs, whether economic development or any kind of matter that get Indian polity connected. Please don't miss out there. But first, very foremost, start with NCERT. मैं हमेशा ये बोलता हूँ, redo the thing there. Forget what you have done in 2024 prelims exam. Whether you qualified or you not qualified, forget that. बीत गई सो बात गई. Whatever has happened, so happened. You are not going to reverse it. There is no time machine. You will go back to that time there. So forget about what has happened. But yes, now focus on what you need to do and what you need to achieve in the future. 2025 exam. So again, restart your things there. Right? It's always ये नहीं सोचना है कि मैंने तो एनसीईआरटी पढ़ रखा है, मैंने तो लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ रखा है, क्यों मैं पढ़ूं? That thought should not come. You should go back again, read it. Maybe this time when you read, you realize that last time when you read, it was not complete. It was half-hearted. So this will give you a kind of insight there. तो आप उसको ध्यान में रखिए. Now coming to the question of that Shekhar there, see what I want to convey in the Lakshmikant thing is that my only concern is that the students are doing everything blindly. That I don't want. Like when you read Lakshmikant, it should be open mind. और ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि केवल लक्ष्मीकांत के ही दायरे के अंदर आप हो विद इन द वॉल्स ऑफ दैट राइट लक्ष्मीकांत इज अ गुड कॉम्पेंडियम यू हैव सो मेनी फैक्ट्स आर्टिकल्स एवरीथिंग गिवन देयर बट कई बार चीज़ें जो है एक बुक में नहीं होता लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल मेंस आंसर राइटिंग पार्ट रिक्वायर्स डिफरेंट अप्रोच राइट यू कैन लर्न कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन important provisions of Indian Constitution from Lakshmikant. But let's say when it comes to answer writing, and now the questions are very dynamic question in main exam. Now this month there will be mains exam of 2024. You will see the paper there. What kind of questions are there? हाँ ये चीज़ करना है कि कोई भी चीज़ को ब्लाइंडली मतलब ये नहीं करना है और 10 किताबों के पीछे नहीं भागना है कि कोई टीचर मतलब किसी कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट का नोट्स उठा लिया 10 कोचिंग का नोट्स उठा लिया और उसी को कर रहे हैं और मेन बुक को छोड़ दिया पहला एनसीईआरटी Lakshmikant is a reference book. Then, if when you have time, then you can deal with Subhash Kashyap and other books. तो वो कई सारे चीजें हैं आज every subject today every subject you have hundreds of books. So you have to see what is your priority there. My thing is that reading 100 books and you don't get anything is worthless. Doesn't have any worth. But if you take a few of them, but do it in a proper way, in a proper manner, so that it gives you confidence to solve questions, that is more better there. वो ज़्यादा बेटर है तो वो चीज़ करना है और स्टेप वाइज जाना है ग्रेजुअली जाना है एक बार में 10 चीज़ों पे जंप नहीं करना है दैट इज व्हाट आई ऑलवेज कीप ऑन सेइंग दैट यू हैव टू ग्रेजुअली मूव फ्रॉम वन स्टेज टू नेक्स्ट एंड एनसीईआरटी इज अ मस्ट यू शुड नॉट अवॉइड एनसीईआरटी बुक और इंडियन पॉलिटी में बताता हूँ इंडियन पॉलिटी में रिपीट होते हैं कॉन्सेप्ट्स टॉपिक्स डिट्टो क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा डिट्टो आई मीन टू से सेम वर्बटिम वर्बटिम मीन्स सेम सेंटेंस सेम वर्ड दैट इज बट दैट एरिया लोकसभा राज्यसभा जुडिशरी वही सब है ना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ना है कॉन्सेप्ट एरिया वही है और इट्स द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट विच यू रीड इन इंडियन मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री एंड ऑल्सो इन द पार्ट ऑफ इनिशियल चैप्टर्स ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन लक्ष्मीकांत अगेन यू कम अक्रॉस एक्ट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट एंड और आप देखो पिछले 10 साल के पेपर में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट से क्वेश्चन आता ही आता है 100% देयर विल बी क्वेश्चन 1935 एक्ट राइट जो भी एक्ट है जस्ट गो बैक आफ्टर द क्राउन टुक ओवर एंड जो आप हिस्ट्री में पढ़ते हो एंड इफ यू सी दैट डायरकी एंड ऑल दिस प्रोविजंस राइट इट इज ऑलवेज देयर एंड यूपीएससी डज आस्क जस्ट सी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 एंड सी हाउ मेनी टाइम यूपीएससी हैज आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन है ना कहाँ क्वेश्चन रिपीट नहीं होता है जैसे कि साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी है बिकॉज दैट मोर ऑफ करंट अफेयर्स बेस्ड तो वहाँ रिपीट नहीं करते हैं वो है ना बट पॉलिटी हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी इकोनॉमी दिस 4 big subjects right those subjects like syllabus theory part there are repeated part of the concept because again remember that when you become civil servant your job requires Indian polity every day. And that's what UPSC want, that every civil servant who is preparing for the exam, they should be very thorough with constitution and Indian polity. Science and technology will not come every day. Science and technology, you should have temperament, what is called scientific temperament. You know how the science and technology work, how that application comes in governance. But polity will be always your part of your job. And that's why UPSC asks continuous on a theme-based question. But Neela ma'am has shared you the topics of 2024 exam, topics of 2023 exam. If you do mapping of last 10 years, you'll see that a pattern will be there. और सबको जानना है ना, an IAS officer need to know how the parliament work, how the judiciary work, right? How the election process work, right? What are the constitutional bodies, how they work, that should be known to you. So that's what you read it, you do it properly there. Okay? So I hope that Shekhar's doubt is clear. Mains exam ma'am will do that. So I am very, very thankful to all of you. And again, any doubt, any query you have, please contact Ramakrishna sir. Ramakrishna sir is your, main, you can say, point of contact. He can talk to the mentors. He can connect to any of the part of the doubt session and everything. And he can give you every kind of support. He's all the time devoting his personal life to the Diya. So please make sure to contact him, right? He's your friend, है ना? आप दम आप इनसे आराम से बात कीजिए, सब कुछ कीजिए, और ये आपको हर तरह से मदद करेंगे. Every time they will help you out. All right. So please continue with your mentorship session. I will take the current affairs classes. Don't worry, I will be coming in between for the current affairs classes. You'll be getting that. And my another request before I end my session, that please do share our initiative to your friends, right? Your students, whatever friends are there. See, we are just a beginner. हमारे सिर्फ एक साल पूरा हुआ है. We are trying our honest, sincere effort, and this will only happen with you only. When you share to others, when you have a word of mouth publicity, and that word of mouth publicity is a very important thing, which will bring students like you, sincere students, hardworking students, those who are really sincere to qualify the exam. They will come to us, and we are there to help you out. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nilam ma'am, and
Thank you.
I wish you a happy Teachers' Day.
Teachers
And
Day to you, sir.
yeah, we'll meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the class. Tomorrow we have a celebration with the offline students, so I'll be there. All right. And thank you, student. Any doubt you have? Shall we end the session?
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask something.
Yeah, please.
Sir, thank you so much for all the information. Sir,
Yep.
I want to ask, sir, ma'am has told some sources for polity,
Right.
but sir, we have to, like, we are given three sources, main sources, polity, Lakshmikant, Bear Act, and NCRTs.
Right.
Sir, I just want to ask that, uh, do we need to re-revise it before prelims, and we have to do one-time reading of the stuff?
Okay. I'll tell you that. Then Nilam
Yeah,
ma'am
sir.
will also add. See, one time reading, you will not remember everything. That's the first thing you remember that. See, we are individuals which forget, right? You have to do several time revision. That is what is required. Now, Bear Act, I'll tell you, Bear Act becomes one of the source of reference. Something, article you want to know, some kind of conceptual understanding you want to clarify. The Bear Act is just like a dictionary. You can always refer that. Now, NCERT, see, when you're reading NCERT first time, you read and make a notes of that, if you can do that. If you have time, you can do it. Otherwise, if you have somewhere material or book which has a summarized form of that NCERT part, so that you can use for multiple revision time and solving PYQs question there. Before prelims exam, what I believe, you should revise again and again, because but again and again doesn't mean that you have to revise 10 times. Where you are comfortable, let's say, if you are intellectually very sharp and you think that in one time reading you can recall everything, then you can go ahead with that. But you think that after two revisions is sufficient for me and I am able to recall all the facts, all the things of understanding, then you can go ahead. That depends from person to person level, कि how many time you want to do revision, right? कुछ लोगों का polity बहुत weak होता है. There may be students who are very weak in polity. They might require at least maybe 5 or 6 times revision. That again depend on that. Neelam ma'am, you want to ask anything? You want to add anything?
I think that's absolutely right, sir. Shekhar, what I'll tell you is, see, Lakshmikant, every time you'll read, or for that matter, D.D. Basu, whichever book, or Subhash Kashyap, every time you'll read, you'll find a new information. So the idea here is not that you have to do a PhD in it and read it 12 times or 13 times, as sir said. The idea is you have to read it till you are able to solve your questions. So I believe an ideal way of revision is you divide your revision into chapters, then into blocks, and then into the entire book. So what I mean is, you're done with your chapter, you revise that chapter, and then you revise the block. By block I mean, let's say the block on PM, CM, governor, president, governor. So this becomes one block. You revise it, and then you revise the book in its entirety. So I believe at least four revisions would be required for you to be able to solve the questions per se. So one reading is definitely not enough, but you don't require 10 or 12 readings as well. And Aman, your question, see, NCRT is the prime source for everything, not just mains or not just
Right.
prelims. and not just prelims and mains, but also even for your interviews. Sometimes इतने छोटे छोटे questions पूछे जाते हैं जो आपको लगता है ये क्या question है. So where do we find the closest form of direct democracy in India? एक नॉर्मल इंसान से पूछोगे उसे डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी तो इंडिया में है ही नहीं. But there is a line in your NCRT that says Panchayati Raj institutions are the closest form of direct democracy in India. Now, this is a simple question asked in an interview, but is a part of your NCRT. So, what I'm trying to tell you, Aman, is NCRT is where you start, and you must start from there, which is going to help you in your prelims, mains, as well as interview. So, that's my answer to it.
Thank you so much, ma'am and sir.
You're most welcome. Anyone else, or shall we end it? I think no doubt is there. So we will meet. Ma'am will be on the 7th. You can there she will discuss about mains part of it. All right. So thank you
Sir,
everyone and good night.
sir, one more thing, sir. I think, sir, there is history
Tomorrow, yeah,
class
tomorrow,
tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, tomorrow history session is scheduled.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
We will
asking. Thank
we
you.
yeah,
will maintain that we'll maintain that calendar there. So please be always watchful of the calendar there. So tomorrow is a history. Please go through it. So that will, there will be the part of. Timing will
Okay.
remain the same, 8 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Happy Teachers Day, sir.
Thank you.
Happy
Thanks
Teachers
a
Day,
lot.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Shekhar.
Happy
Thank
Teachers Day, sir and ma'am.
Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Ramkrishna ji, end kare.
yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you and good night, everyone. Thank you,
Yeah.
Neelam ma'am. We'll meet
Thank you,
tomorrow.
sir.
Thank you,
Night.
sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
जो हम ही end कर दिए बाकी सब